Hello YouTube! Welcome to another beer review from me, the Master of Hobbits, or Peter. Sort of a special review today because it's going to be an Australian beer. And not just an Australian beer, but Australian craft beer. That's very interesting in my opinion, because I don't really know of Australian craft beer. Only sort of Australian craft beer I know of is Cooper's, and it's not the best beer in the world, but it's okay. I haven't had any Cooper's beers though, but the beer for today is going to be from Australia, an Australian craft beer from the brewery called Little Creatures. It's going to be the Little Creatures Pale Ale, which is actually their most renowned beer. It's a pale ale, or an American pale ale, since it's brewed with American hops. And I'm really looking forward to this because I don't really know what to expect. It's from Muse Road, Fremantle in Western Australia. It's on 5.2% alcohol by volume, and it's in a 33 centiliter bottle or 12 ounce bottle, and it should be actually really good. Like the labeling and the bottle, there's some, like, I think it's Cupid flying around with a mug of beer. Got some info here about the brewery. First of all, the brewery is fairly new. It's from 2000, and the cool thing about it is that the brewery is now has always been since 2000 residing on an old crocodile farm. The owner actually bought a crocodile farm, which he rebuilt into a brewery. I think that's pretty cool. But Australian craft beer, so I don't really have much expectations, but got some info about the beer from the website, which has a ton of info on the beer, so get ready. We love our pale ale. Many of us from the brewery have made pilgrimages around the world in search of great varieties of this wonderful style. Surprisingly, there are no great secrets to brewing this type of ale, but there are most definitely no great shortcuts. This beer bags loads of whole Chinook and Cascade hop flowers that we source from Washington and Oregon in the US, as well as some local flowers from Tasmania. This helps creating an intense citrus and grapefruit aroma and flavor that we balance with a careful selection of specialty malts and a local pale malt made to our own specifications. Preservative and additive free, our pale ale is live yeast conditioned in bottle kegs for unmatched freshness and character. From brewing to release, a batch of pale ale takes about 6 weeks, allowing for 2 weeks conditioning in the bottle after packaging. No artificial additives are included, just great ingredients. Pour into a glass and enjoy at its best. So that's the info. That's a lot of info in my opinion. Looking forward to this because I've never really had any Australian beer other than Spites, which is, I think it was called Spites Golden Ale. Which was really boring and it was called ale, but it was actually a lager. Let's pour it. And Foster's. Everyone's had Foster's, or at least almost everyone, I think. And then there's Tooheys as well, which is and an Australian brewery that brews micro beer. Okay, nice orange. Hazy orange color with just a fizzy head. Actually looks quite nice. Let's check out the aroma. By the way, I'm using my Hopgoblin pint glass. This smells hoppy. Oh, there's a lot of citrus in the aroma. This smells good. Quite some malt, a lot of malts as well. Really refreshing aroma actually. There is a lot of malt and a lot of citrus. Yeah, mostly malt and citrus. Smells like biscuity as well. Smells really nice actually. Let's give it a taste. What? This is really good. This is almost like an IPA. It's quite hoppy actually. This is actually really good. Very citrusy. Not as much grapefruit, but there is some. Well, not really sort of like an IPA at all. Or it's not sort of like an IPA, as I said, but definitely American Pale Ale. You can definitely taste those citrusy American hops. I love citrusy and grapefruity beers, especially pale ales and IPAs. Nice, solid, malty backbone in the beer as well. Floral notes. It's fairly crisp. Get some biscuity malts as well. Some slight amount of caramel malt. It's really refreshing, quite crisp in the mouth and dry. This is actually really good. Didn't expect that. Well, when I first got it, I didn't expect it to be this good, since I've never heard of really good Australian craft beer, but this actually surprised me a whole lot. This is actually really good, and this is the most renowned beer as well. So I wonder if the other beers they make are as good. They must be. I'd love to try some more Little Creatures actually. This is really good. But yeah, overall, nice citrus, hot flavor, slight amount of grapefruit, nice solid, malty backbone that is fairly sweet. There's a slight amount of caramel as well. Biscuity malts, quite crisp and dry in the mouth. It's a medium body, and it's actually a really good pale ale. I like this beer a lot. Definitely a beer you should check out. Rating wise, I think I'm gonna rate this an 80. It's a really good pale ale actually. I like it a lot. Hope you guys can find it, because this is probably the best beer I've ever had from Australia. This is really good. So if you ever get this Australian craft beer called Little Creatures Pale Ale, you gotta check it out. It is actually really good. Solid pale ale, or American pale ale. So an 80 from me. And hope you can find it. If you've had it, please comment. Let me know what you think of it. Also subscribe, comment, all that stuff. And I'm gonna say cheers. And I'll see you in the next beer review.